Welcome to the presentation for Registration Blues by Group Left Out. This is Francis speaking, and we'd like to thank you for having given us the opportunity to present our idea. I'd like to start off by giving you an overview of the current registration process, followed by a few ideas that we had come up with but later rejected because they weren't feasible, followed by the final solution that we believe is both practical and will help to save time. Now, the current process involves us first taking a printout of a node use certificate and a token sheet. The node use certificate must be seal stamped by the library or by the department office, depending on whether there is library dues or not. And we also need to get the node use stamp of the hostel office, certifying that we have cleared all of our hostel dues. After this, we have to get our FA sign on the node use certificate along with the pre-registration slip. Once we complete a fee payment entry in the DSS, we need to get a printout of that entry as well. And once we have procured all of these above documents, we need to get them approved by the SAC desk, which is at Bhaskara Hall. Once we do this, we have to join an hour-long queue at the CCC. And once we are in, we need to get our IDs signed along with the registration slip, which we have to get photocopied before returning it to the FA. Now, the average time taken for this process is about forever, and this is why we believe that this system needs to be changed. We've come up with a couple of alternative ideas, but we believe that they weren't feasible, but we decided that we should present them to point out their downsides. The first was that we would only have to clear all the node use at the end of the degree. Until then, the students would be automatically cleared for registering for the next semester. And they would receive their degree only after they have cleared all the dues at the end of the degree. There are many pitfalls of this idea, particularly if nobody paid any dues, then all the dues would accumulate till the end of the degree, and this would cause problems of funds. Also, the people who have repeats would have to have an alternative registration process, which would be hard to factor in considering everything is already automated. Our other idea was to give the DSS a new look. Our other idea was to improve the DSS. However, given that the DSS is very hard to deal with, it was rejected as being not too practical. Now, if you can see, there is a additional section called fee payment, which if clicked, we would be able to see what our hostel dues are, our semester fees are, and our library dues are. And once we click the payment, we would be able to go to a page like this, where we would be able to pay all the fees and all the dues online. And once the fees are cleared, the student is automatically registered for the next semester. Now, this would involve a linking of the DSS with the library and with the hostel office, and it has come to our information that linking with the hostel office was previously unsuccessful. Now, let's go on to our idea. Basically, all the stamps that are required to get the sign on the ID card will be there on the pre-registration slip itself. Now, all the student has to do is get the sign from the FA on the pre-registration slip, go to the SAC desk with the fee payment entry and the node use, and over here, this SAC will check whether the student has cleared the library dues and the hostel dues. And if the student has cleared the library dues, the hostel dues, and has got the fee payment entry, then the SEC desk will stamp the pre-registration slip and collect the no due certificate and the fee payment entry from the student. What has been collected will be later merged with the pre-registration slip that is given to the CCC. How this benefits us is time isn't being spent at the CCC for checking all the documents. Since the stamp is there on the pre-registration slip, they already know that all of the above documents are present, and hence the amount of time that it takes to give each student clearance decreases at the CCC. Instead of making the no dues checking twice a year, our idea is to make it once a year. This is because before the student gets a mess due, he or she anyway has to get the mess dues cleared. And because of this, we find that the second no due certificate to be redundant. This is the idea that we have for improving the registration process. Thank you and have a nice day.